If you're a Raiders fan and you plan on watching the big game tonight, I'm going to put some money in your pocket with a perfect prize pick lineup. I'm Mitchell Renz, host of the Raiders Report, and I want all of y'all to hit that subscribe button and watch the big game with Jeremy Chuggs and I tonight. I know it's the Chiefs. I know, believe me when I tell you that. We're going to be rooting for the Philadelphia Eagles, so make sure you got those FKCs down below. Make sure you got your Philadelphia green flying because we are all steam ahead here for the Philadelphia Eagles. But you know what? I'm just being honest with you. I want everybody that watches today's video to take $20 and turn it into $500. And I'm going to tell you exactly how you can do that today because watching another Chiefs Super Bowl, it sucks, man. I'm not going to lie. The amount of Raiders fans that I have seen that have told me, Mitch, I'm not watching this game because I don't want to have to watch Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Andy Reid get calls from the refs. I hear you loud and clear, but let's just all be adults. We're going to end up watching the game, so we might as well put some money in our pocket. If you don't already know, the game starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Chuggs and I will be live 1 hour before kickoff, and this is going to be a huge matchup, and I can't wait to see how it unfolds. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley up against Mahomes, and I really hope that they don't end up getting that three-peat. Now, I'm going to get into today's show, and I'm going to tell you how to turn $20 into $500. I got 6 picks on PrizePicks, and if you're like, Mitch, what the heck is PrizePicks? You're probably a new watcher here. Thanks for tuning in. But PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app out there with over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings. PrizePicks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You pick more or less than at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on PrizePicks. The big game, it's here, and it's now or never. Don't miss out on the last football game of the season with PrizePicks, the best place to win cash while watching the big game. PrizePicks is also giving away a pick for the game. So here's the pick, our first one, to help you turn $20 into $500. And if you take all the picks that I talk about today on the Raiders Report, I am going to help you turn that into real hard cash. So Patrick Mahomes, 0.5 passing yards. You might as well take the more on it. If you plan on doing a PrizePicks lineup and go in with this game and you don't pick Mahomes, I'm sorry. I don't really trust you to do the right thing. So you know what? Here's how we're going to do this. I got Mitch's money picks. I'm going to give you 6 different picks, and if you take these, you're going to turn 20 into 500. If you want to be a bigger baller, you can turn 40 into 1,000. You guys can do math. You can figure it out. So Patrick Mahomes, 0.5 passing yards. Give me the more on this one. It's a freebie. You might as well take it. So everybody, go down in the comments, go down in the description, check out the promos tab, download the game, download the PrizePicks app today. I'm telling you right now, use code CLNS. It's going to be an absolute game changer. Let's go to the next one here on today's show. Saquon Barkley, 0.5 rush plus receiving touchdowns. Am I going to go more? Am I going to go less on this one? When it comes to Saquon, when it comes to watching this game, I really want people to do what they want to happen, right? Like, that's part of watching the game. I want you to be able to sit there and cheer for what you want to happen. What do I want to happen? I want the Eagles to win, and I want Saquon Barkley to score a touchdown to help the Eagles beat the Chiefs. So give me the more on this one here. Saquon Barkley's got 5 touchdowns in his past 5 games. If the Eagles win it, I think it's going to be because of this guy right here. He's also scored a touchdown in 10 games this season. This is also including the playoffs. So 55% of the time, Saquon Barkley is scoring a touchdown. So again, if you want to play PrizePicks, download the app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Download the app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, run your game. So if you're running your game with me right now, I got more on Patrick Mahomes, more on Saquon Barkley. Let's now talk about our next player here, and it's Isaiah Pacheco, running back or one of the backs for the Kansas City Chiefs. He right here is at 28.5 rush and receiving yards. So combined, if you think Pacheco is going to have more or less than that, you can go with what you want. For me personally, I am going to go with the less. I don't think that he's going to get 28.5 rushing or receiving yards in the big game, and I say that because of this. 4 straight games with less than 28.5 combined rush and receiving yards. And the way that Kansas City does their thing, when they lose confidence in somebody, and here's what I want you to look at. Touches in the last 6 games, 16, 14, 10, 6, 5, and he did have 7 this past game. But there was a trend there. Andy Reid is showing you that he doesn't believe in Isaiah Pacheco as much as maybe he did in the last run. You can also remember Jerick McKinnon. He was somebody who was a really big part of their playoff run last season. And right now, this Chiefs team trusts Kareem Hunt more. And in the biggest game of the season, I'm going to sit here and go, I think that they're going to trust Kareem Hunt a little bit more. So we have gone more, and less so far, but I still got 3 more picks to do. And again, if you're trying to put money in your pocket and you're going to watch the game, I'm just trying to put a smile on some Raiders fans' faces because the last few Super Bowls we've had to watch, man, it has not been very easy. So here's my question down below. Who is going to be the MVP of this game? It's going to be the pinned comment on today's show. I want you to scroll on down while you're getting hit with a YouTube ad break. My answer is going to be here in just a moment. Here's where I'm going to go. My MVP picks for the big game. Number 1, Jalen Hurts. And the reason why I'm going to go with Hurts is because Andy Reid has always done a great job of trying to take away what you do best. And I believe that this is going to be a game where they look at it and they go, I'm going to take away Saquon Barkley, and I'm going to make Jalen Hurts throw the ball down the field. At the end of the day, whatever team wins, the quarterback usually gets it. So I'm hoping it's either Jalen or Saquon. I'm pretty sure Mahomes could throw for 0.5 passing yards, and they'd still give him the MVP. Let's keep it rolling here, though. I got 3 more picks with our sponsor, PrizePicks. Jake Elliott, the kicker for the Philadelphia Eagles, 1.5 field goals made. Watch this right here. Bang! I'm going to give it to Moore, and this is why that sometimes, picking field goals, it's not all that fun when you're watching the game live. But if I could tell you you're going to put money in your pocket, you're going to sit there and every time Jake Elliott lines up for a field goal, you're like, dude, this is freaking electric right now. Elliott has averaged 2 field goals made in his last 5 games. He didn't kick a field goal last week, or 2 weeks technically, in the NFC Championship game. But if you watch that game when they put up 55, they didn't need to kick a field goal. This is going to be one of those games where Philadelphia, it is important for them to get points on their drives early. Now, don't get me wrong, you're not going to win the big game and you're not going to beat Patrick Mahomes by kicking field goals instead of getting those touchdowns. So I think that there's going to be opportunities where Philadelphia is going to trust themselves, do their tush push. But then there's also going to be situations in this game where if they're looking at a 50, maybe a 40-something plus yard field goal, they're going to take it. It's what they've done all season long. It's because they trust their running game and they trust their defense. Let's go to the next one here again, presented by PrizePicks. Xavier Worthy, wide receiver for the Kansas City Chiefs, 6.5 rush yards. I'm going to go with the more on this one as well, and I know there's probably some of y'all are like, Mitch, I thought you told me that this was everything FKC. It is, but I'm still going to try to put money in my pocket, y'all. So for Xavier Worthy, I'm going to go with the more with the 6.5 rush yards because over the last 5 games, Worthy is averaging 11.6 rushing yards per game, and he's had at least 1 rush attempt in his last 6 games. Worthy has also been getting a lot more work as the season goes on. When you look at how Kansas City used the rookie out of Texas early on in the year, he had to earn his trust. He had to earn his stripes. Then you look at what they've been able to do in the last 6 weeks to 2 months. He is getting more and more work, and I just know the way that Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes operate. In the biggest games, they let their stars shine. Worthy is going to get an attempt, and I hope that he gets it for more than 6.5 yards. Let's go to the final one here, and it's Jalen Hurts, 12.5 longest rush, okay? This isn't 12.5 rushing yards in the game. This is his longest rush of the game will be more than 12.5. That's what I'm going with here. And I know that he's battling a knee injury, though we have our Chat Sports team down for the big game. They've been down in New Orleans all week. And all the reports, everything indicates is Hurts is ready to go. Having that extra week off was able to him to get that knee right and get it healthy. But in 4 of his last 5 games, Hurts has had a rush for more than 12.5 yards. Yes, that knee injury's been bothering him, but everything that it looks like, I think he's ready to go. Spags, the defensive coordinator for Kansas City, also likes to bring a lot of pressure, which to me is going to open it up for Hurts. If Kansas City drops back into man, Hurts is going to have the ability to run. And the 4 out of the 5 games, the game that he didn't do it was the NFC Championship game up against the Commanders. But, like, when you go back and you watch a lot of the games for Hurts, and when they need to create, and in a game that could go very much they're trailing, or it could be Philadelphia's in the lead. When that happens, they put the ball in his hands, and they let him go out there and create. And this is going to be one of those games where you need your players to go out there and create, just like he did in the big game 2 years ago when it was Philadelphia up against the Kansas City Chiefs. So one more time here, if you pick every single lineup that I have said today, you can turn $20 into $500. If you really love what I got, put more down. I don't care, man. You put 40 to get 1,000. That's a lot of money in your pocket. So Patrick Mahomes, more than 0.5 passing yards. It's a gimme. Saquon Barkley, I think he's going to score a touchdown. Give me the more. Isaiah Pacheco, less than 28.5 combined rushing and receiving yards. Jake Elliott, 1.5 field goals. Give me the made on that. Xavier Worthy, more than 6.5 rush yards. And Jalen Hurts will have at least one run that is more than 12.5 rushing yards. If you enjoyed today's show, well, then I know this. You're going to have one heck of a time with us tonight. We will be going live again 1 hour before kickoff. 1 hour before the big game. We're rooting for the Philadelphia Eagles. And if you plan on rooting for Philadelphia, make sure you pull up tonight.